Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Jack's Business Talk. This is the live, not live. Try to film it like it is live, but it's going to be uploaded later. Welcome to and welcome our special guest, Curtis, PE turned RE.
Hello, thank you for having me, Jack.
So Curtis, what have you been up to?
I've been doing more agent stuff like lately than investor things. I have all my leases renewed, and so the portfolio is kind of stabilized. And so now I'm focusing more on the agent side, the active income.
Are you still working on your real estate license?
Yeah, so I have my license. I'm with Inspire Realty, the small brokerage here in Washington. And so every Tuesday I go up and get coached up from the designated broker there. And then throughout the week, I try to interact with the community and potential leads.
Cool. Have you had any sales yet?
No sales yet. I've been active about like a month.
Okay. Yeah, I'm currently working on my real estate license. I'm currently studying. I want to try and do a couple practice exams for next week.
Nice. I'm not sure if you've heard of Rockwell, but that's who I did mine through. I know they offer it in different states. I'm not sure if Pittsburgh is the state that they offer it in, but basically, if you pass their practice exam, you'll pass the real test.
Yeah, I'll definitely take a look into that.
So what are
I think my other big sorry, go ahead.
what are you out and about doing?
Um, I haven't 100% fully decided. There's a couple of different places that they kind of said, "Hey, you can come join our team, but it's not going to be till next year," which is fine because I'm busy with several other projects at the moment. But I'm either going to work strictly with investors, preferably like most of them seem to be like they would be people from that stuff, or if I go with the other agency, it'd be a lot more first-time home buyers, and then I would try to work with the ORAP people still. So I would have more clientele, but at the same time, I don't know how much I would be able to handle it or not. So, and I really want to try and give 100% for everyone.
Yeah, would being the agent be your main gig?
At some point, yeah. I'm just trying to get through. They say like the first couple of years are really bad and kind of rough. So I'm trying to get through like the first 2 or 3 years while I have a W-2 job and then switch into real estate and the handyman stuff. I'm almost doing exactly what Dylan is doing, but just I'm spreading it out. It's just I'm in a little bit of a financial pickle that I'm trying to build myself out of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I need to pay off a bunch of bad debt, and then I should be able to make the switch over. Because
Yeah,
I honestly believe from talking to the agencies and stuff, they're saying on average with these bad markets and stuff that the typical member of their team after getting through, like your first year is going to be about $20,000. That's what they average. Because you're still trying to get your feet under you, and and your second and third year you'll be about $40,000, and like your third year you'll be about between 40 and 60, and you kind of just float between 50 and 60 from there on out. I'm fine with that. I don't crank out 100K because I'm honestly thinking that the landscaping and the handyman stuff is going to be doing about almost the same, and I'm only going to be doing half days doing that. And then I want to do flips as well, and that's going to probably be almost as much as the other two combined.
so it sounds like you're going to be running multiple businesses at the same time. You're not being so lazy here, Jack.
I never said I was. I'm usually. I mean, I fail epically when it comes to the Dion approach.
Yeah, I didn't see
There's a
you.
reason why I nap and snack because I don't actually sleep.
Oh, that's okay. Because I always see your naps and your snacking in the group chat. I'm like, wow, okay, he can't really do that if he's doing all his businesses.
Yeah, I've actually been known. Okay, so this is a fun story to be on topic with. My first rental property. Okay, so it was a complete disaster, and I ended up buying a second rental property because I didn't have the reserves to actually finish the project. I know that sounds weird. Why would I go buy a second rental property? Second rental property would cover the mortgage. So even the second one was paying for the first one. But like there was a time, like 3 weeks, wasn't like ever. I was either sleeping on a pile of soft garbage that had to be thrown out into the dumpster with a sleeping bag, or the second 3 weeks, I finally found my sleeping pad that I use for backpacking, and I slept on that. Yeah, this week I have I found out the landscaper isn't doing his job. So what's today? Monday. So Wednesday I'm helping my parents out with a couple things, and Thursday I want to go in and just get started with some of the stuff. Like I could literally bang it out all in one day, but I got so many other things going on. It's like I need to. So half of Thursday is going to be just getting that property up and presentable, getting the weeds pulled out of the front, getting the shrubs trimmed. I'll probably spray a lot of the weeds out. And then I had to leave for a client. I had to finish installing a backsplash and a cutting grass.
Okay, for the landscaper, how hard is it to find a different guy there?
It's very difficult to keep. Like it's not hard to find someone to do it. It's hard to keep someone coming along. Is what the problem is.
Hmm,
Like everyone wants to do it until they see what it's like, and then like what was it? 3 years ago, I had someone as like, oh yeah, I'll come do it $30 or $50, whatever it was. I'll come do it every other week, blah blah blah. And then I find out he was charging me and never cut the grass after the second time.
oh,
And the grass was like almost like a field, I guess, up to my rib cage. I was like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Like I didn't bother taking him to court, but like I stopped paying him, obviously.
mhm. So do you find them through like Thumbtack? Do you post a Facebook ad? How are you trying to get these guys?
Uh, I usually use like Facebook and stuff. I'm actually trying to build up my clientele a little bit, but then I keep thinking about all the projects I have going on, thinking, do I really want more? Because I really don't want the whole landscaping thing to become so huge. Because I would rather do the handyman work because that's more stable. Like I can work in the winter and stuff.
Yeah, true. Although, how much work gets done there during like the winter time, or is it just like the emergency stuff?
So there's probably a decent amount of work in the wintertime because there's always someone that wants their place painted or cleaned up or molding to be done, that kind of stuff. But I mean, a lot more than the winter because like I don't shovel snow, I don't plow driveways and stuff. Although honestly, I was thinking the other day they're starting to make these plows lighter and lighter, and if I had a spare junk truck, I wouldn't mind actually thinking about doing something like that. But like I wouldn't go too crazy. I would just throw like the little salt bucket on the back. and run the plow.
Yeah, I mean, the plowing must be big business there. I mean, it snows like 3 feet every day from the pictures, and then I see.
It's different. So like it changes year by year. So like the last few years, it really hasn't been raining that much, or sorry, snowing that much, and you get more money out of salt. And I guess supposedly they make their money off of contracts. Like you pay X amount of dollars per month, and that includes so many saltings. And if you don't hit, well, how's it work? And if you go over that amount of saltings, then you charge per salt.
So almost the same way that those bug guys that come and spray the houses. It's kind of the same way.
Yeah, yeah. I need to get my place sprayed for weeds. I got so many dead trees. Are you guys having trouble with trees out in your part of the country?
Funny enough, my mom's neighbor has a dead tree, and we've had to send like a certified mail saying, "Hey, take care of that tree. If it falls, we've now been notified you. It's going to be your fault."
Yeah. Yeah, I got a dead tree here at my parents' house. I got a dead tree on my one rental property, the first one I was just telling you about. And I got a dying tree over on the second one I was just telling you about a couple seconds ago. So I don't even want the last one I mentioned because it's so full of vines and everything else that and I'm pretty sure it's probably poison. So it's like I really just don't want that tree.
Yeah, yeah, that's not good. Fortunately, um, the properties that I have don't really have trees. Like I think the triplex where I'm at, it has a couple, but they're so small that honestly, if they died, I could probably just knock them over. Like they're not that big, so that's good.
Yeah. So what else are you working on?
Today, I am working on my first direct mail campaign. I got to go pick up some stamps. But yeah, that's been a fun process trying to figure out how to do like Excel sheets to mail merge, try to figure out all that stuff out. But that's been my project lately.
Now, is that what you're gonna do? Like, because I know like some real estate agents when they get started with working as an agent, and this is kind of really the problem with any type of any type of thing that like what we're doing. You get bogged down with so many projects or so many clients, and then you don't have time to keep marketing, and you get to the point where you're out of projects or you're out of clients, and they start all over again. What are you doing to, is that what you're doing to try and help prevent that from happening?
First, I don't really have that problem yet with too many like clients. I kind of want that problem, but yeah. So when thinking of like how I'm going to get like the clients and kind of like as my clientele goes up, how am I going to keep the marketing? It's probably going to be through mail because once I have a system down, it's going to only be a couple buttons and then package the mail and send it off. So while the first time it's taking me a very long time, just because I had to learn how to do that. And then the other way is social like media. So it's gonna always be there, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
like the mail is pretty active, but social media once I do it, then like it's passed. And so today actually, once I'm done with the mail, I'm gonna batch upload a bunch of clips for first time home buyers and things like that.
Yeah, I'm not too sure which route I want to go. I would like to work with investors, but I think just trying to handle a little bit of everyone might be the best route on getting me out of my W-2 job.
Yeah,
So
I think the investors are great, especially because you already have people in the ORAC community that know you
yeah,
and that know that you know that area.
I think, or I don't know, the thought left me. As quick as it came, it left.
Do most of the investors in your area are they also like agents too?
There's a combination of them. Like there's like I wouldn't say that it's impossible to find, but I could probably think of like a half dozen or so. I think the big thing is like there's not a whole ton of them. So it's like, people like a lot of real estate agents are talking to you like, you're a first time home buyer, just another house buyer. And like I bought a couple dogs because of that. And now I'm just kind of stuck with them. And what should have been like a very easy turnaround ended up being just a massive nightmare of a project
I
because
get that.
they're more fixated on sale, thinking that you love the place, and they talk about the comps and stuff, but they're not looking at it from a investor setup standard. They're like, oh yeah, the rents will pay the mortgage and blah blah blah, and like they can very quickly do that part, but it's like they don't understand yield, they don't understand cash on cash, they don't understand ROIs and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think that's very common too, because like you could talk to the top real estate agent in an area, but if all they do is the retail side or the home buyer
Yeah,
side, they're as great as they are, they're not going to be very as helpful with that kind of stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, because in my area, there's tons. Like I was going through my friends list, like okay, who's in my sphere of influence that I can talk to, right? I was going through, I'm like, okay, well, they're an investor, they're also an agent. There's tons of them, and I think it's just because of the price point that we're at here. It just makes
hmm,
it makes sense.
yeah. And like I said, I'm not trying to like make a full blown living off of it. I just wanted to like help subsidize my income.
Yeah, that's kind of the same deal with me because like I think I told someone that my goal is like 4 deals. I think that's a fair amount. So I'm not leaving my teaching job quite yet. So, but 4 deals here is enough for a down payment.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to go ahead and hop off. I want to thank you for coming on and making this fake live stream a little bit longer than normal, than my normal 5 minute.
Thanks, Jack.